All right, game two's about to start. Just get my thoughts out on what I expect. First of all, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Misery Loves Company. I am the old man Knicks fan. Had a lot of things running through my mind here over the last day and a half. Um, over what happened in game one. Jalen's great fourth. Not the best game, but a great fourth, and he was Captain Clutch like he always is. But what what I really want to get out is my thoughts on the utter disrespect that is being shown, uh, mainly by Wembenyama. Um, After game one, the first interview, which was yesterday, I guess, because I've been stewing on this for a day. His response basically was that basically the Knicks didn't do nothing. He didn't stop anything. The only reason they won is because he had a bad game. New York had absolutely nothing to do with it. The slight, in my opinion, was the remark where he says he just has to play normal. He doesn't even have to have a good game to beat us. He just has to play normal. A normal game. And that'll be enough to take care of us. I think that's utterly disrespectful. I think he's been reading his news clipping. He's been listening to the social media and listening to how all the hype that's behind his name and everything else. And as great as he may or may not end up being in his career, uh, I think it's just utterly disrespectful, whether it's a Knicks fan or just a fan in general of any team. I think it's just utterly disrespectful to have that response and make those remarks as it relates to um, the opposition and you're in the NBA Finals. So I think it was just a little smug, very disrespectful, and these guys are all used to being, they grew up being the baddest man on the court in most occasions. They were all stars. And, this is Karl Anthony Towns. He's a former number one pick himself. If I'm him, and these guys all have egos. They wouldn't have egos if they, in order, they've got to have some sort of egos in order to make it to where they are. So I'll just say, if I'm Karl Anthony Towns, or I would assume Karl Anthony Towns has heard that as well, and hopefully he takes it personal and shows this guy, because let's remember, at the end of the day, he's still 22 years old, and he's about 200 pounds soaking wet. As tall as he is, he still has not. He doesn't have the strength, and Cat showed just in his normal performance that he can take him off the dribble and he can stay with him. So hopefully Cat's going to take this personal tonight and show this young man what it is to be an 11-year vet in the NBA and have that chance at the apple. This doesn't happen every year. Right now, I think he's under the impression that, okay, this is going to be his league to run for until he sees fit. And it very well may be. But right now, I think he's going against a team that's got a different mindset. This isn't the same old Knicks. And I think the disrespect, I've said it many times. I think Karl Anthony Towns is the key to this series. I think he can be huge. I think he can be the best player on the court in this series. And he can still be it, that doesn't mean he's got to have the most amount of points and everything else. He could be the best player on the court. And I think this is his opportunity to do so. Stamp his place in the hierarchy in the NBA as far as big men are concerned. The disrespect from Wembanyama and Castle, I believe Castle was somewhat disrespectful as well, because he wasn't as blatant as Wemby was, but he even said basically they just need to play better. It wasn't anything that they haven't seen before or anything that they can't handle. They just had a bad game. Well, the Knicks had a bad game too. You know, we've seen the Knicks play better than this, a lot better than this, in the last 12 games or 11 prior. So I think this. I think we'll show up better this evening. I think we'll have a way better showing, um, and I think we win again. Frankly, um, we'll see in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so if I'm right. But I think we got just as good a chance to beat them as we did in Game 1. And I think everybody believes that the Knicks defense is a fluke. It is not. And I believe we'll put that on full display again this evening. So game time's about to start here shortly. I'll try and check back in during halftime, but until then, go Knicks.